Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Student, in my last lecture, we have seen the lesson number 5 completely. Today we are going to start our new lessons. The lesson number 6.1, Financial Planning. This lesson will be the same in the 10th standard with upgraded system. Now see here, the first question is given. Alka spends 90% of the money that he receives every month. Whatever she is getting the salary, Alka, okay, of 90% of salary, always monthly she spent 90%. We don't know what's the salary, but and given in the next situation, she saves rupees 120. How much money does he get monthly? We'll suppose this question. Let her or Alka's monthly salary be rupees X, and the monthly salary we have taken here X. The 90% spends, she every month will take the expenses is equal to salary is 90%. The salary is there X, the 90% of salary she spends monthly. Okay, 90 into X, you will get the 90 up X upon 100 is the expenses of her. Suppose we are given she saves the rupees 120 per month saving. So we'll write here saving is equal to the total monthly salary minus the expenses 90x upon 100. Okay, this is the formula for the saving. Saving is equal to x is the monthly salary and 90x upon 100 is the monthly expenses. She will deduct the expenses from the salary, monthly salary. She will have the saving. Now we are having the salary, saving is there rupees 120. Now here calculation is there 100 into x, we will get the 100x minus 90x upon 100. Now see very well, this 100 is dividing, bring the left side, it will multiply to the 120. Okay, now 100x minus 90, you will get the 10x. Now continuity here, 120 into 100 divided by 10 is equal to x. 0 0 cancel. 120 into 10, you will get x is equal to 1200. This is the her monthly salary. So we'll write here her monthly salary is rupees 1200. Okay, students, you got everyone. Now see, the question number 5 is the same with the question number, same to the question number 1, means question number 1 and 5 both are the same. Now continue, we'll see the question number 2nd. Sumit borrow a capital of rupees 50,000 to start his food product business. He started a business, food product business, with the amount, means he brought the capital for food product. How much? 50,000 rupees. Now, in the first year, he suffered the loss. He faced loss of 20%. Okay, and he invested the remaining amount. The loss, first of all, we'll see their loss. How much loss is there? 20% of 50,000. We'll calculate the loss. Then the remaining amount, whatever will be there, he invested in other business, and he invested the remaining capital in a new sweet business. And he made there in that second business, he got profit 5%. Then how much was his profit or loss in the overall transaction? First of all, we'll see their loss in food product business. We'll bring here loss in food product business 50,000, 20% will take their 0 0 cancel, this 0 cancel. Here we have the 0 0, take the 3 zeros as it is, 2 5s are 10. Now he lost, how much loss he there? 10,000 in the food product business, and invested amount in other business. We'll bring that one. Invested amount in sweet business is equal to the total amount he got in the business 50,000 minus the loss amount 10,000. He invested the 40,000 rupees in other business. Here he got the rupees, how much profit? Here we are given the 5% profit in this business. So first we'll bring the profit in sweet business. Profit in sweet business, that is the 5% of 40,000. Cancel the zeros, 2 0. Okay, now 500, 500, 5 4s are 20. Here he got rupees 2,000 as a profit. Now how much amount he have now? He has total amount he has is equal to 40,000 and the profit he made 2,000. Now he have 42,000 rupees in hand, but he firstly brought the capital 50,000 rupees. Now I think 50,000 is less than 42,000. How much less than? 8,000. He made the loss of 8,000. So we'll write here loss is equal to 50,000 minus 42,000. 8,000 he made the loss. So you will write in words, he got loss in all for rupees 8,000. Rupees 8,000 overall he had got the loss. Okay, everyone you got there. Now for question number C, there fourth one, we'll see the question number fourth one. Mr. Sayyed kept 40,000 in a bank at a 8% compound interest. The 40,000 will be their principal, 40,000. Okay, now 8% is the rate of interest as a compound interest for 2 years. It is the end, 40 years. And next, Mr. Fernandez invested rupees 120. This is the principal amount which is invested, 1,20,000 by Fernandez, and in a mutual fund. He also invested this amount for 2 years. Okay, N is given 2 years, and he got a return amount 1,92,000. Okay, whose invested turned out to be more profitable? First of all, we'll bring the Mr. Sayyed. Mr. Sayyed amount, whatever he have got as a profit, which is invested into a bank as a compound interest. So we'll bring the first amount. You know the amount formula is equal to principal inside the bracket 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. The principal is given 40,000. 1 plus r is the rate of interest, 8 upon 100. The power n is the for 2 years. So we'll solve this one. 4 2 8. Okay, 4 2 8 and to carry 4 5 are 20. You will get here 40,000 will be as it is. Inside we have the 1 plus 2 upon 25 the bracket square. Here have the calculation easier. 40,000, 25 on the 25 plus 2, 27 upon 25 the bracket power 2. 40,000 will be as it is. Now power 2 is there, so we'll write that 27 upon 25 2 times. Now see very well calculation. 5 5 is 25, 5 is 40. These 3 zeros will be upside. 5 1 is 5, 5 1 is 5, 3 is carry, 5 6 is 30. Now once again 25 1 is 25, 25 6 is 150, 10 is carry, 25 4 is 100, 64. We have here 64 into 27 into 27. Now here multiplication is here, so we'll multiply 64 into 27. See very well, 7 4 is 28 to carry, 7 6 is 42 plus 2 44. Once again 2 4 is 8, 2 6 is 12, 8 plus 4 12, 4 2 6 1 7, once again multiply by 27, this 27, 7 8 is 56, 5 carry, 7 2 is 14 plus 5 19, 1 carry, 7 7 is 49, 150, 0 5 carry, 7 on the 7 plus 5 12, multiply by 2, 2 8 is 16, 1 carry, 2 to the 4 1 5, 2 7 is 14, 1 carry, 2 on the 2 plus 1 3. You will here have the 6, 6 plus 9 15, 1 carry, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 4 plus 2 6. Now here we got the amount 46,656. Here we got the amount by Mr. Cap. Here we will take the profit of Mr. Sayyed. He invested the amount 40,000. We'll cancel from this one. 46,656 minus 40,000. Now you will have here 6,656 rupees. This is the profit of Mr. Sayyed. Now continue here. See very well everyone. By Mr. Fernandez invested the 1,20,000. Will bring the Mr. Fernandez profit. Mr. Fernandez invested the 1,20,000. Okay, Fernandez profit. He got the, after investing the amount 1,92,000. Okay, 1,92,000 he got there, and by investing 1,20,000, then we take the profit here. So we'll have here 72,000, I think there. This is the profit made by got by Fernandez, and here we have the profit of Mr. Sayyed 6,656. So which is less amount? The Mr. Sayyed amount is the less, and Mr. Fernandez amount is the more. So according to the question, whose investment turned out to be more profitable? So we'll write here Mr. Fernandez investment is more profitable than Mr. Sayyed. Okay, everyone got there? This is your exercise 6.1. We have completed. Now we'll continue the exercise. Next one, 6.2. See very well continuously everyone. See the exercise number 6.2, which is depend on the income tax law. Those person they are paying the income tax law according to that one. Okay, now see very well continuously. Now open your exercise 6.2, everyone. In the 6.2, the questions are related with the income tax law. See the question number 1 of exercise 6.2. First of all, I would like to know you that the person who have the age of below than 60, 0 to 60, those are having the age of below than 60 years, they have to pay the income tax more than 2,50,000. They are having the free income tax facility about up to the 2,50,000. They have, those are earning the amount, suppose 2,40,000, 2 lakh yearly, they don't have to pay the income tax because their their amount or the annual income is taxless amount. Okay, now see here, according to the 6.2 in the question number 1, observe the table given below, check and decide whether the individual have to pay income tax or not. Okay, number 1, Miss Nikita, whose age is 27 years, his income is there 2,34,000. I have told now just those having the less than 60 years age, they don't have to pay the income tax up to the amount 2,50,000. They don't have to pay the amount 2,50,000. This is the taxless amount. Now here Mr. Nikita is amount is there 2,34,000. This is the taxless amount. So here we'll write the in answer column will have to pay or not. Here we'll write the Miss Nikita will not have pay the income tax, will not have pay the income tax. Here Mr. Kulkarni is 36 years age, he has the amount 3,27,000. 3,27,000 is the more than 2,50,000. So Mr. Kulkarni will have to pay the income tax. So here we will write a sentence, will have to pay income tax only. Next, Miss Mehta, 44 years. Here also we have the age 44 years, less than 60 years. Amount is 5,82,000. This is also more than 2,50,000. So she is also pay the income tax. So we'll write in the third question, will have to pay income tax. Mr. Bajaj, age is 64 years. Here 64 years age, the rule is there for the more than 64 years and less than 80 years, up to 3 lakh. Up to 3 lakhs are free from income tax. Okay, here Mr. Mehta's age is 64 years and whose income is 8,40,000. 8,40,000 is more than 3 lakhs. So here Mr. Bajaj will have to pay income tax. Okay, we'll write will have to pay income tax in the box. Okay, now Mr. Dizelwa is more than 80 years. 80 years means Mr. Dizelwa's age is given 81 years. 81 years is the more than 80. For the 80 up to more than 80 years, the rule is here up to 5 lakh is tax free amount is there. Tax free amount is up to 5 lakh for the more than age of 80. Mr. Diselva's age is there 81 years. So here we'll see the taxable income is given 4,50,000. 4,50,000 is less than 5 lakhs. So will not have to pay Mr. Diselva the income tax. So we'll write will not have to pay income tax. Okay, opposite to the Mr. Diselva. Now question number 2. Question number 2 is there. See very well. Mr. Qatar Singh, age 48 years, less than 60, up to 2,50,000 taxless free amount is there. His income after deduction allowance is rupees 42,000 every month. So we'll write yearly income first. Yearly income of Mr. Qatar Singh is equal to 12 month into salary. How much salary is there? 42,000. Now see, take the zeros as it is, 12 to the 24, to carry 12 for the 48 plus 2 50 means we have the 5 lakh 4,000 rupees yearly salary of Mr. Katar Singh, and whose age is already 48 years. It is the less than 60 up to 60 years age. Okay, so here the rule is here, those having the age of 60 years, they have to pay the income tax up more than the salary of 2,50,000. 2,50,000 is the taxless amount. Okay, so we'll clear here taxable income. See here, taxable income. Taxable income is what? See here, 5 lakh 4,000. Okay, minus 2,50,000. You will get here what? See very well. So we'll clear first in this question. Their deductions are there. Some expenses are there also given. Every month he contribute 3,000 to GPF. We'll write the first thing, GPF, Government Provident Fund. Okay, of 12 month, 3,000 per month. We'll get 12 3 the 36,000 he pay to the GPF, Government Provident Fund. And secondly he pay the NSC. Okay, how much? 15,000. And 12,000 PM relief fund, PM's fund. Okay, how much? 12,000. Now we'll see the total expenses. Okay, how much is there? See here very well, 0 0 zeros will be as it is. 6 plus 5 11 plus 2 13, 1 carry. Okay, 1 2 3 plus 3, 63,000 is the expenses which is also deducted from the whole salary, for like 4,000 plus the amount of taxless, tax free amounts. Okay, we'll write here first taxable income is equal to 5 lakh 4,000 minus the 2,50,000 which is the tax free amount, plus this is the expenses which is funding for the GPF, NSC and PM's fund. So continue here, 5 lakh 4,000 minus here how much you will get here. See, 2,50,000 and 63,000. 5 plus 6 11, 313. You will get here 3,13,000. Okay, we'll deduct from the 5 lakh 4,000. 4 minus 3 1. Here 5 will cancel from 1. 1 cancel from 5 1. You will get 10 minus 1 9. 4 minus 3 1. We'll have here 1,91,000. It is the taxable amount. So here the taxable amount. So we'll bring the first 5% tax. The rule is here for the, according to the income tax law, what is there, will take the 5% tax. Okay, income tax will bring the first income tax at 5% of the income, 1,91,000 into 5%. Take the 2 zeros cancel, 5 0 0, 5 1 the 5, 5 9 the 45, carry 5 1 the 5 plus 4 9. We have here 9,558 is the taxable incomes in income tax. Now we'll bring the education cess. Secondly, we'll have education cess of 2% of income tax, 9,550 into 2%. Cancel the 0 0. Now once again 5 2 1 the 2, 2 5 the 10, 5 1 the 5, 5 1 the 5, 4 carry, 5 9 the 45, 5 1 the 5. We'll have 191. It is the second thing, this is the first thing. Now once again secondary and higher secondary and higher secondary education cess, that is also 1%, 191 into how much is here education cess, 2% is there. Now see here, 2 ones are 2, 2 nines are 18, 1 carry, 2 ones are 2 plus 1 3, and upon 100 cancel the 0 0, you will get the 38.2 rupees. Now here we got these three amount which are the total tax. So we'll write here payable tax is equal to, first we have here 9,550 plus 191 plus higher secondary education says 38.2 means 20 paisa. Okay, here see very well, adding is there, 9550 191 38.20 will be as it is 8 plus 1 9, 5 plus 9 14 plus 3 17, 1 carry, 5 plus 1 6 plus 1 7. Here we got the 9,779.20 rupees is the total income tax which is paid by Kartar Singh. Okay, this is the completely tax will pay. Mr. Kartar Singh will pay this one. Now student, we have completed this exercise. Okay, now you be very carefully these all questions. The rest of the question in the problem set which are related this exercise and exercise 6.1 you will do yourself. If you are facing any problem, you can call me and consult me. Now see very well, in the final exams the lesson number 6, 5 and 4 will be asked. Okay, the lesson number 4, lesson number 5 and lesson number 6. The last lesson I have omitted this one. Okay, we'll see in whatever you have the problem. Okay, thank you, jazakallah, assalamu alaikum.